without power or steering, at the mercy of 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is the light the 6 men on board this French fishing boat must have been desperate to see. It's a Navy search and rescue helicopter from RNAS Culdrose. The crew of this boat had sent out a mayday after being hit by huge waves just off Trevose Head, but they were all saved. Also engulfed by the storm, this bus in Newgale, Milford Haven. 10 people were on board when it was hit by an enormous wave. The floodwaters then rose up around it. The emergency services were called and the passengers helped to safety.
We saw it last night. We saw the waves coming over and it looked frightening from up there. So I can imagine it must have been pretty horrific for the people in the coach.
The ambulances were here, the fire engines were here, the Coast Guards were here, and as they managed to evacuate the people off the bus, they were taking them up the hill in police cars and then putting them onto another bus up there.
In Gloucestershire today, very different scenes. A spring tide and floodwater is good news for some. Shortly afterwards, those on land started to feel the strength of the tide. These sandbags were overwhelmed yet again.
In January 1999, Christmas Eve, that was the first time for over 100 years. And now it's 4 times in the last 2 months. But we're expecting it again.
So when will it end? No time soon. More extreme weather is heading our way.
The main concern is making sure that people are safe and they remain safe and giving them those warnings and giving them time. We're going to have further flooding, we've got further bad weather coming in the week, so we're going to see what we call fluvial flooding coming down that river, and that's one of the problems that we have just now. That flow from last Monday up in the Welsh Mountains is starting to hit here now, and it's causing these tidal levels to rise.
Today's tidal surge also pushed more water onto the saturated Somerset levels. Some rivers burst their banks once again. When the tide came in earlier today, it was right up here. It would have been well over my head. More tides like this are forecast for later this week. So when will it end? No time soon. More severe weather is on its way. Claire Marshall, BBC News in Gloucestershire.